Hi guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I want to talk about a review for something called Parasole by Fly Kytin. You can find it at flykytin.com. They sent me a pair of these parasols, and I wrote down a few things about them, kind of what I liked and what I didn't like, and about the whole process of things that can be improved. So first of all, the thing I liked them. Let's talk about the good things. I felt like a ninja with them because they're kind of like ninja socks. You put them on, you feel really good. They're almost like a sock with a shoe on the bottom. I think they're really good because they're anti-slip. So I think these could actually replace, for example, for older people that wear socks, and with the anti-slip things like you get at the hospital, you could wear these types of shoes at the home, and this would be a really good market for them because they don't wouldn't slip with them. I thought it was kind of neat because I wore them in my office for a number of days. I kind of wore them at home as well. Those are some good things about them. Um, so those are the benefits of them. They did do a nice follow up as well because they sent me an email afterwards and they said, hey, how are you doing? Did you like it? Would you give us a good online review? Okay, so those were some of the good things. So let's talk about some of the things that weren't so good in my opinion. If they're trying to compete, because they felt really like Lems, they put the same feel as Lems. They're called the Lems. It's the first basic shoe of Lems. So they felt very similar. If you're going to make them, you should make an anatomic toe box with them. That's what my recommendation, instead of just a sock, because having that anatomic toe box is going to be a good thing for these. Uh, I didn't find them that good. It was been raining a lot here in Massachusetts, so I was kind of unsure to wear them, like where I should wear them. I think it's going to be better at work and at home. They do come with a cool bag that you can put them in, so that's something I liked about them as well. There's a little bag that you can put them in. So I think home use and office use are good. Kind of on the way there, not so much because they can get dirty. I tried to wear them outside, and my feet got wet and things like that. So I was wearing and asking patients what they thought, right? So they mistook them for socks. They thought I was just wearing socks. And my kids did too. They said, "Daddy, why are you wearing socks all the time?" And I'm unsure of the durability. So I think sometimes the customers, they might think, how long are these going to last? Are there some guarantees? Like, are they going to rip? Or are they going to be destroyed? What type of guarantee is there with them? Are they supposed to last 6 months? Are they supposed to last a year? How long? And then what's it going to be like? I haven't washed them yet, but what's going to be like after I wash them? Those are some uncertainties, and these types of uncertainties can be, I think, qualified with some post purchase things that can be done. We'll talk about that later. So there was one email that was sent to me, given a review only a few days after. So what I'd like to recommend is I would recommend the following. I would change that email sequence a little bit. I would do email number one saying, hey, we got your order. We're making your parasols. They're going to be sent to you by our shipping department. That's email one. The same day they get the order. Email two is, okay, we sent them out. They're on your way to your house. They should be there in a few days. And then email three, could be coordinated just a day before you get them, or with these other ones, kind of like a user's manual. I think a user's manual would be great. It might just be a PDF, and it would say, when do most people use these? What are some success stories? Maybe some short little videos in this PDF would be a good thing. And then the next email, I would recommend some creative ideas. There's a good example of a shed company, and what they did is they had like overpriced sheds, but they had all these great usages for them. Like people use them for a sewing room, use them for a carpentry room, use them for a kid's playroom. And they have all these like stories that went with them. So putting together kind of like a storybook, I think is a good idea. And then I think the next email would be one to refer a friend. I think that would be a neat one. You could give it to a friend. I know they had this pop up that said 15% up for friends, but actually sending out an email that you could forward on to a friend would be a good idea. And then the next email I would recommend is maybe an Amazon review email. Hey, could you give us a review on Amazon, and even offer something? If you do a written review or video review, I don't know, we'll give you your next pair free or 50% off or something like that. And then also offer an online review for on the actual website. I didn't see a place on this website to do like, it's called Trust. There's like a Trust thing where you can put that on there. And then also the last email would be, hey, what are things that we could do to improve? So that would be something. So you can do like a series of emails. I think that would be good. Another thing that might be good that I've seen in other Amazon products I bought is they put a card in there. Now the card that comes is nice. It talks about parasoles, how they're like with recycled organic material, things like that. But maybe even putting a card in there. Hey, if you have any problems with these, contact us directly and don't go through Amazon, right? And then also that's where you kind of persuade people. You would give them a card, and in that card say, hey, if you give us a good online review, you send us the link to that review, and then we'll, I don't know, refund you 10 or 15 bucks, because that'll just dominate the reviews for this on Amazon. And that's the key. Okay. And then also the if the problem. So if there's a problem, let us know versus Amazon. And then you might want to include as well some common questions that I talked about. And lastly, if you determine that people are using these every 6 months, then you would say, hey, if you want to subscribe and save, let's say 50 bucks a pair, and then if they want to get a pair every 6 months, because that's how long they last, you could offer them a subscription for these. This might be later down the road, but that would be something good. And then also I would find some users, maybe users that have like 20 pairs of these. Like, what else do they use them for? Do they just throw them out? Do you just keep them? Do they tear? Things like that. So anyway, those are some ideas. It's called Parasole. They're by Fly Kytin. Those are some marketing ideas and some ways of making this better. So hope you guys enjoyed this.